Feel me? You had to be there. Yo, what's up, what's up? JusNik, WBLS, and this is You Had to Be There. Today, we're chopping it up with the one and only Kool DJ Red Alert as we celebrate Hip Hop 50.
The 5-0, yes indeed.
We come a long way.
Yes indeed.
And you were one of the founding fathers of hip hop. That's what they say now.
Well, put it this way. I was one of the participants in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, and had to learn how to grow and groom and make it happen.
Well, let's talk about the beginning.
Yes.
We're in Harlem.
Yes, Harlem, yeah.
Where you grew
I got her in Harlem.
When was the moment that you said, I want to be a DJ?
While going to high school up in the Bronx, about a couple train stops from there is a college.
Yeah.
It's Lehman College. And you know, at the time when you're in high school, you want to act like you were growing up with the students from college, so you go hang out in their campus. And we wound up going to the lunchroom, and we went in the lunchroom, I saw somebody that had turntables on top of a box or across the long lunchroom table.
Yeah.
And they had something in between there that I learned later on became a mixer. And they had a set of records behind it. And I was amazed with what I see, but not only that, but I was more amazed with what I was hearing. So I watched what he was doing. I was seeing he was going from one turntable to another, and I was like, how you do that? Later on, sneaking downtown to the clubs, to the discos, and watching other people, you know, putting on my older brother clothes, you know, underage, getting a fake ID down in Times Square. And then from there, here it is, later on, I got to learn about Koolest.
Where we are right now.
We're at this location called Make My Cake. That's being handled by my homegirl Leah, passed on from her mother on to her. It's a family environment that's been going on for a long period of time, from generation to generation in different eras. And this lady right here, Leah, she had baked so many different celebrities' cakes for different events, birthday parties, and guess what? She even baked for my wedding. And across the street, you had the Grant houses.
Wow. Now, who lived over there?
Oh, if I tell you, you wouldn't believe it. My man Keith Sweat come from Grant houses. Yeah, You know, it's a lot of people that all within Harlem in different locations. Further down on 123rd, you have my man Dougie Fresh. That's where he was living up down there. Further over on 8th Avenue, further over is another project is where, you know, Teddy Riley and his brothers come from.
Wow.
You know, so we all swamp around this area.
The legends, the greats, all in the same vicinity. So how close were you to Dougie Fresh?
Oh, Dougie and I, we saw each other grow up during the beginning of the hip hop era. Now, I will admit that Dougie made his bone before I made my bones because, you know, he was doing his thing, you know, with the beatbox. But, you know, everybody did not know at first that I was DJing because I was up in the Bronx all the time. But when they saw I was in affiliation with different people, then the word got around, and by the time I got on radio, and I'll never forget that first time I was on the float for the African Day Parade, and you know, all the radio stations have the floats.
Yeah.
So when they saw me jump on the float, they like, that's Red? What they doing up there? All that time I never knew, because I'm not the person that go toasting and bragging.
Right.
You know, I'm the person that was always known all up and down through Harlem selling tapes. I used to record all the parties up in the Bronx. And so I record all the parties and then get down here, but they knew I was a part of that. So when they say, yo, Red, man, let me get that tape. Rest in peace to my man, DJ Randy, him and a couple others at a place called Harlem World. That's when they used to always have the parties and all the jams. The big MC contest, and in that MC contest was the infamous battle of Kool D and Busy B.
Woo.
But you know, nobody had no idea that was gonna happen. And I was just coming from a jam up in the Bronx that day, coming down, getting off the train. When I got the train, you know, Harlem World was right there. And you know, they used to be open till like 5, 6 in the morning. So I'm walking in there and they had the party jam, got the jams going on. So, and my man hooked up my cassette deck that I used to always carry with me.
Yeah.
And I got to record that.
Crazy. That's one of those you had to be there moments.
Oh, you never know unless you there. When I got in radio, they say, yo man, want that recording what you did last night on the radio. So I
Wow.
start duping all my recordings and start selling them tapes. Harlem is a place where, you know, you have the hustle mentality. So, you know,
Yeah.
when you hear the word hustle, it's not all about drugs. It's all about the mentality, learn how to get something going on, being your own business person, you know, early entrepreneur.
And then here you are, fast forward, one of the founding fathers of hip hop.
Well, here it is. When you say founding fathers,
Like, does that sound weird to you?
I would not actually say one of the founding fathers. It's an honor to be recognized at that, but I would give more to a person like Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash, with a host of others like my man Disco King Mario, my man DJ Smokey, and a few others. And then right after them, that's when the rest of us came along.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Uh-huh.
But you do know that you are like an important part of the hip hop culture.
I think how I became an important part because when I brought it to the radio,
Yeah, for sure.
I learned how to implement not only the music that was presently known at that time, you know, but also added the flavor of the elements and sounds of where I came from. So put it all together and make it sound complete.
50 years of hip hop, I was just like, man, I gotta talk to Red Alert because you was right there in the center of it all. And just to see how much we've grown and advanced.
Like I always tell people, I say, you know, first started as a friend, then became a student. Until
Now
when
you're
it
the
got,
master.
Huh? And listen here.
I appreciate you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you.
We're celebrating 50 years of hip hop and still moving strong. You gotta know where you come from to know where you're going. Thanks for watching.